Hey guys, just want to welcome you back for another video, and today I am doing some art journaling featuring Harold the Hedgehog. If you are interested in picking up any of the collection, all the goodies are available at Dawn at Shiny Silver Treasures website, which is www.shinysilvertreasures.com. Don't know what of all or if all is still available, but you can definitely pause here if you need to and go check it out. Then you could always come on back and finish watching this little art journaling project. I will have all the links per usual down below in the description, so definitely take advantage if you want to get to Dawn's shop. Or if you also want to check out some inspiration videos, Dawn and the other gals on the design team have been making some super cute stuff, so definitely go check that out. We're kind of all over on social media. There's some of us are here on YouTube, some of us are on Instagram, and some of us are also on Facebook. So like I said, all the links per usual will be down in the description box. And for doing this art journaling, I did cut out the sections where I was drawing each of the layers, but just having an absolute ball. Parts of it didn't quite go according to plan, especially towards the end, but what you just saw, I did use some ink sprays, and I am still absolutely obsessed with using pink and green for Harold. I think because in my mind, that's like the primary colors that I see in the papers, and I don't know, but I just love using that pink and green, so I am doing that again today. And I also have fun turning stickers that I get in Dawn's collection into ephemera. I was going to use actual buttons, but I thought if I used those, that would be a little bit too thick to be able to close the art journal properly, so I switched and went to paper punching them. And then I did extra punches with some plain paper and made just a little bit of dimensions so they stand out from the page, but not too much where I can't shut it when I'm done. And I also went over the little quote-unquote button images with some sparkly texture paste. This is out of the Tim Holtz collection. I got a little sample jar. It's from a Simon Says stamp kit not too long ago, and it was, I thought, perfect because it dries clear, it'll add a little bit of bling, but it won't be too much. I also did some fussy cutting, cut that part out again to save time, which I also had to speed up because otherwise we probably would have been here for 20 years, especially with the parts where I was fighting with some white markers a little bit later. I cut most of that out too, just because it was breaking my brain. But anyway, I did ink up the edges of the fussy cutting that I did. I did the flowers in picked raspberry. I inked up the edges of that little frame you see up there, up near the upper left corner. I used vintage photo, and I had also inked up the edges of the art journal pages in the vintage photo as well. I didn't want too much brown, but there are brown tones in that little frame and in the colors of the hedgehogs on those little quote-unquote buttons that I made. So trying to keep all the colors, that they coordinate together. And I didn't want to really introduce anything new. I think the only other things I used were some white splashes, and I don't have any more white ink spray right now. I have to get some more. So I had to use a Lost Shadow, was the one ink spray bottle that was the closest to white that I have left, and did a little bit of that through another stencil. Trying to think what else I did. Oh, I did just a regular texture paste where it doesn't dry completely clear, like you can still see the texture paste, even though it did absorb some of the ink sprays when it dried. Used some of the texture paste through the stencil that comes in the card making kit, and just had fun with that as well. So otherwise, I kept it pretty simple, and the only thing that really was the hairball was fighting with the paint pens. I, for the life of me, cannot get a decent white pen. Even the Posca let me down today. It was very sad. So I tried a few different things, so it kind of got a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs there at the end, but I think I managed to rally it enough that I was happy with the way that it went at the end, but it was not exactly how I had intended it to go there and finishing it off. But either way, it was super fun. Again, just keeping it really simple. I took 3 of the little art journaling words out of the cut apart. It's the gold foiling, yes, the gold foiling on the letters in the cut apart sheet that Dawn included. So I cut out, I believe, I can't remember. Yeah, I'm going to stop there. You'll see as I go through, because I think there's some sections where I zoom in where you can see the letters, because once I'm done with something, it's really hard to come back in these voiceovers and recreate exactly what I did, you know, like to be able to tell you. So I do apologize. I sound like I'm demented, but super fun. Did, of course, white splashes to kind of finish it off as well. And I think that's about it. So again, if you're interested, please go visit Dawn's website. Please go show Dawn and the other gals some love and support, because they really have had some fun stuff that they've made with this collection so far. So if you want some good inspiration, hopefully you get some here, as well as checking out the other videos. So I'm going to tip the rest of this over to music. Not sure how much is left, but either way, have fun. Take care, you guys. Stay safe. And like I said, all the links will be down in the description box. So take care, and I will see you in the next video. If you're interested in some more content, here's a couple videos you might want to check out, and I will catch up with you in the next one.